Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today's web update. I'm Kelsey Bemis.
Season.
Though the weather is still cold, many Iowans are beginning to work on their spring tans. But a new proposal in Des Moines might stop some from jumping in the tanning bed. Cedar Valley Today's Jeannie Edson tells us why tanning may no longer be an option for those under 18.
Prom season. Sequins, sparkles, and skin cancer. For young teens, the preparation for prom is almost as important as the night itself.
I'd have to do like a tiny diamond or something.
A popular step for looking their best? Tanning.
Everything that's on TV too, like they promote it, like if you're not tan, you're not pretty.
Nashua Plainfield senior Amber Carter says tanning is a prom tradition.
I started tanning my freshman year. I didn't know any harm against it. I just thought it was a cool thing to do.
A tradition Iowa lawmakers may soon end. A proposal was recently passed in the Iowa Senate that would ban minors from using tanning beds due to the health-related risks. Many health professionals oppose artificial tanning due to its use of UVA and UVB light, which can cause skin cancer.
Studies have shown that the more UV exposure we get when we're younger can actually increase our chances of developing those cancers later on in life.
You never know, you could be that person, but like in general, I never really think about it when I am tanning.
As a tanning bed owner, Kathy Hout says the ban could put her in a difficult situation.
Well, it would affect my business because I would say probably 25% of my customers are 18 or under. I get a lot of the kids that tan for prom and spring.
But as a mother, Hout considers the risks.
I would tell other moms to really weigh how important it is to them, that their daughter have a tan.
Currently, at least 33 states and the District of Columbia regulate the use of tanning facilities by minors. Hawkeye Community College held a moneysmart Ag Conference Tuesday morning. The conference had guest speakers from Market to Market and a Federal Reserve economist from Chicago. They had people of all ages there to learn about smart ways to spend money for farming. Organizers hoped the conference would also help farmers from different generations learn some tips for starting their own farm.
Money Smart Week, being that it is a federal program and the Cedar Valley communities have jumped on board with that program, there is great opportunity for us to maybe continue this from year to year. Every year they kind of change the focus.
The emerald ash borer has been identified in trees in Bremer County along with 6 other counties. According to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, it is a small green wood beetle which kills all ash tree species. Trees attacked by the beetle can die within 2 years. To prevent the beetle from spreading, the DNR says not to remove firewood from infested areas into non-infested areas. Wartburg College says it's raising tuition by over 4% for the next school year. Wartburg Trumpet Editor-in-Chief Kristen Canning sat down with President Darrell Colson to give students the budget breakdown and address their concerns.
So tuition has been increasing pretty much yearly, and I've seen that it's at a higher rate than inflation.
Yeah.
So why is that?
Oh, okay, good question. It's because our expenses are higher than inflation as well. So, the inflation number, CPI we call it, is it Consumer Price Index is the standard number, and certain things are taken out of the CPI so it will be consistent over many, many decades, so that for governments and business to use as a benchmark or standard so they can moderate. Primarily the Federal Reserve likes to use it a lot for its work. But when you look at the college, when you look at the college's finances, we have some major cost items that increase every year, the largest of which is financial aid. And so just as tuition rises faster than the inflation rate, the CPI rate, so too does the financial aid that we give to students. So both of those all move in lockstep.
When students come in, though, they have their guaranteed financial aid package, and that stays with them for their 4 years.
Exactly.
So when tuition keeps increasing, then does that kind of devalue what they had received, or it's not covering as much of their tuition?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question, Kristen, and it seems that way, but to go back to what I was trying to say earlier, and this is hard when you're a student and you're making month-to-month bills, or your parents are making month-to-month bills, it's hard to imagine that the way we're calculating over a 4-year period. So what we're doing is building a financial aid package
So with tuition rising every year, do you think there's ever a point where it will stop even without a freeze, or is there a type of bubble? You know, many students are just concerned about, you know, the future and if it's just going to keep going up every year.
Yeah, I don't know too far in the future. I can't look too far in the future. I can kind of see a couple of years down the road. The word bubble, I hear every once in a while I hear a student talking about a bubble. What a bubble is in finance is a rapidly it's a purported asset that has a rapidly rising price. The thing to think about, or the thing to know, the thing to remember, the thing to be confident about a college education is that it is an investment. Pardon me, it's an investment that for hundreds of years, for centuries, has always had a payoff. Okay, and that's the thing. It's not a purported asset. It's a genuine asset. And so what we know by looking back, we can look back decades, we can look back centuries. What we know is that a college education, though it's expensive, and I'll concede that point, it's expensive, will pay rich dividends. And it depends, no matter how you look at it.
If you would like to watch the full interview with President Colson, go to the Wartburg Circuit and check out this week's special coverage on rising tuition. Thanks again for watching the Cedar Valley Today web update. We'll see you again on Friday. Have a great day.